A note on the wonderful La Belle Epoque, an excellent film in competition for the César, the French Oscars, if you will, against very tough competition this year. In J'accuse, Roman Polanski, well, people protested. It is a terrible thing that he was involved in that statutory rape case decades ago. But J'accuse is wonderful, if you ask me. And so is Les Miserables, winner of the best film, the César. Only, was it a month ago? Now with the pandemic we lose track of time. So coming back to the Belle Epoque, Daniel Auteuil, Fanny Ardant, wonderful artists, both in competition for the top prizes in acting categories. Daniel Auteuil is Victor, and Fanny Ardant is Marianne, his wife. They don't get along very well now. In their, let's say, mature age, he's admitting to having grown old, perhaps too much so, while she is denying that, a denial which seems ever stranger since she's a psychoanalyst in an affair, in a relationship with the best friend of the husband and a client, apparently. He is thrown out by his wife, who's unhappy that he's not trying more. He's inactive. He's stopped doing, well, anything, and that's bad. On the other hand, she does seem hyperactive, but maybe this is just male limitation. I'm not able to see from her point of view. Well, only to a small extent, maybe. However, there is maybe a chance for an escape, if temporary, or perhaps transformational forever, since one of the original elements of this motion picture, very clever, creative, though I've seen another French film wherein characters were involved in festivities, they were organizing festivities, but this is of a different kind. For large sums of money, one is allowed to immerse in whatever year, epoch he or she wants. So indeed, the start is shocking, the first few scenes, in that we have such a setup, and we're thinking this is going to be a horror movie because there are some things that happen, but they're the film, well, the fantasy within the fantasy, within the film. And so Victor has this chance. He receives a gift, a voucher, and he picks up 1970 something, when he met the moment when he met the love of his life, Marianne. Enter the stage Margot, who is much younger. She's supposed to be representing the woman Victor meets those decades back, in an age without the phones. That's part of the humor and interesting analysis in this film. The fact that he talks to some people and says, look, there's a great world just a few inches above this, because they're constantly with a phone in their hand, of course. And so there's a lot going on there. It looks like Victor may fall in love with Margot, which is not too good. Though sorts of interesting side stories to this, and there might be a clever solution in that they set up an arrangement in which, again, humor. Margot has children, and she's a housewife. She has an annoying mother, picked up for that, an actress who is representing a mother in this scenario. And it all works out for a wonderful, beautiful, original movie, which will take you to another world in this time of the new plague, the new cholera.